There are seasons in life when everything feels unclear. Not just one thing, but everything at once. Your direction, your motivation, your relationships, your sense of identity, even your confidence in tomorrow. And what makes it harder is that you can't even explain when it started. It just slowly crept in, quietly, gradually, until one day you woke up and didn't feel like yourself anymore. You go through your day, but something feels off, like you're present, but not fully connected to your own life. And the strange part is, everything might look fine on the outside, but inside, it feels unfamiliar, heavy, uncertain, almost like you're watching your own life from a distance. If you've been feeling lost lately, not just confused, but emotionally unanchored, I want you to hear this clearly. You are not broken, you are not behind, and you are not alone in this experience. What you're going through has a name and a purpose, even if it doesn't feel like it right now. Here's something most people never realize. Feeling lost does not always mean something is wrong with you. In fact, sometimes it means something is changing within you that you haven't fully understood yet. And change rarely feels comfortable in real time. It often feels like confusion first, clarity later. Feeling lost often shows up right before a new chapter begins. Not after everything is clear, but right when everything feels uncertain. And that's why it feels so unsettling. Because your mind wants answers immediately, but life is still forming those answers slowly. You are not behind in life. You are not missing your chance, and you are not watching everyone else move forward while you stay stuck. You are in transition, and transition always feels uncomfortable before it makes sense. Because the version of you that used to feel certain is no longer the version you are becoming. And the version you are becoming hasn't fully arrived yet. That space in between is what feels like lost. Feeling lost is not a sign of failure. It is a signal. A quiet message from within that something is shifting. Something like, I've outgrown the way I've been living. I can't keep ignoring what I feel anymore. I need something deeper than what I've been settling for. I don't fully recognize myself in my own life right now. And instead of being dangerous, that awareness is actually honest. But here's where many people struggle. They panic. They rush. They try to fix everything immediately. They think feeling lost means they need to make a big decision right away. Change everything, start over, or escape the feeling completely. But feeling lost is not a problem to solve quickly. It's a season to understand slowly. Because what you're experiencing is often emotional realignment. Your values are shifting. Your priorities are changing. Your tolerance for certain things is decreasing. And the things that once felt important may no longer feel the same. That doesn't mean you've failed. It means you're evolving. And sometimes growth feels like confusion before it feels like clarity. One of the hardest lessons in this season is this. You cannot force clarity. You cannot rush understanding. And you cannot pressure yourself into certainty without creating more confusion. Because the mind does not find answers well under pressure. It finds answers through honesty. Instead of demanding your entire life plan today, start with small, honest questions. Not big, overwhelming ones. Simple ones. What feels heavy in my life right now? What drains me more than it should? What part of my life feels disconnected from who I am becoming? What do I secretly miss about myself? What feels like it no longer fits me? These questions don't demand instant answers. They reveal truth gradually, because clarity doesn't arrive like a lightning strike. It builds slowly, through awareness, through reflection, through small moments of truth you are willing to admit to yourself, and sometimes through silence between decisions. When you finally stop forcing outcomes long enough to see clearly again, you don't need to solve your entire life. You just need to understand your present moment honestly. That's where direction begins. One of the most painful parts of feeling lost is this. You still look like yourself on the outside. You still show up. you still function, you still do what's required. But internally, something feels different, disconnected, like you're living in a life that used to fit you, but no longer does. It can feel like you are stuck between two versions of yourself. The old version you can no longer fully return to, and the new version you haven't fully stepped into yet. And that space in between feels uncomfortable. But it is not wasted time. It is transformation happening quietly. Even when you don't feel it, even when nothing looks different yet, something inside you is reorganizing, rebuilding, realigning. In seasons like this, Scripture doesn't always remove confusion instantly, but it does something deeper. It gives direction when clarity feels distant. Listen to this. Your word is a lamp to my feet and a light to my path. Psalm 119:105, NIV. Notice what this verse does not promise. It doesn't promise full visibility of the future. It doesn't promise that every answer will come immediately. It doesn't promise that you will see the entire road ahead. It simply promises enough light for the next step. And sometimes that is all you need. Not the full map, not the entire plan. Just enough light to keep moving without fear. You are not stuck. You are not unfinished in a negative sense. You are still becoming. And becoming always feels uncertain in the middle, because growth does not announce itself loudly. It does not feel dramatic in real time. It often feels like confusion before it becomes clarity, like silence before direction, like emptiness before something new takes shape. What feels like being lost is often the beginning of becoming aligned again. And that process cannot be rushed. It cannot be forced. It can only be lived through. If you've been feeling lost lately, try not to fight yourself. Try not to shame yourself. Try not to panic because things feel unclear. Instead, recognize this. You are in a transition that requires patience, not pressure. You are learning things about yourself that comfort could never teach you. And even if you cannot see it yet, you are still moving forward, one thought at a time, one decision at a time, one honest moment at a time. And that is enough. If this message brought you comfort today, you are not alone in what you're feeling. Leave A in the comments if you're going through a season of change. Sometimes that small sign reminds someone else that they're not the only one. If you want more faith-filled encouragement and clarity for life's uncertain seasons, stay close. There is still more guidance ahead, and more peace than you can see right now.